In the previous lesson, we looked at how we can bisect lines, and we saw that we could bisect lines into a number of points. But in this lesson, we're going to be finding a more general way of dividing a line into a particular number of parts. Bisecting a line is not always what we need to do. If, let's say, we want to divide a particular line AB into maybe 3 parts, it will be very difficult for us to bisect that line into 3 equal parts. This is because when we bisect a line, it's just basically finding the point in the middle between 2 points. So if you have the point AB like we had in the previous lesson, we're finding the point in between A and B. Now, if let's say we've been told to divide a line into 3 parts, we're not required to find the midpoint or the point in the middle. It becomes a little bit tricky. So how are we going to undertake such scenarios? To start with, let's draw a line that is 100 millimeters, and then we will divide it into 3 equal parts. You will notice if you try to bisect that line, you won't be able to get it to 3 equal parts. So I have my construction line, and then now I just need to mark my 100. We can say this is a line AB. So we've just drawn a line AB, which is 100 millimeters of length. Now the next thing is finding a way to divide this line into 3 equal parts. Well, there's a procedure for it. What we're going to do is get a set square. Then we're going to get our construction pencil. At any angle, we're going to draw a line from A and extend it. It can be like this, or it can be like this. Whenever you're deciding that angle, make sure it's not too close to the line that you want to divide into a particular number of parts, and also it shouldn't be too far. So let's say I pick an angle that's something like this, and I draw my construction line. On this construction line, I'm going to mark the number of points that I need my line to be divided. Notice I can pick any radius. You can pick a small one or a big one. The rule of thumb here is that don't get a radius that is too big. For example, I shouldn't pick a radius that is almost the same as AB. It will be very difficult for me to get 3 divisions on this construction line. So you need to pick a radius that is not too big, again not too small. It should be big enough such that I can mark 3 divisions on this line. I can label this first division as 1, this second one as 2, and the third one as 3. The next step is joining the point 3 to B. This can also be done with a construction pencil. This is where you now need to use both set squares. So what you have to do is align your set square with the line that you are just from joining, the line joining 3 and B, and then place the other set square on the set square that is along this line. Hold it and then slide your set square. As you can see, I'm not moving this other set square here. This one is free to slide, and when I slide it, notice it's still in line with the line 3B. After that, I go to point 2 here, and I mark point 1, and I do the same. What you're going to see is that I now have the line AB divided into 3 equal parts. This is my first part, my second, my third part. Now, your job is simple in this lesson. You're going to draw a line 50 millimeters and divide it into 5 equal parts. After you have divided it into 5 equal parts, measure the length of each of the parts. I hope you get 10 millimeters. I hope you tried out the simple exercise. So I'll get my compass, pick the distance 50 millimeters or simply 5 centimeters, draw a construction line. Then on this construction line, I mark that 50 millimeters. Let's say I call this line XY. I outline it like we did earlier. We're going to draw a construction line like this. On this construction line, we're going to mark points that are equal to the number of divisions that we want. Since we want 5 divisions, I'm going to mark 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Since we're learning, I can even label these. Now I'm going to join point 5 and point Y. After joining that point, I don't move my 45 set square. I place my 3060 set square at the base of the 45 set square. Then I slide to point 4, draw a line. I slide to point 3, I draw a line. I slide to point 2, I draw a line. Similarly, I do the same for point 1. I have divided my line XY into 5 equal parts. Apart from this point to here, those parts, they should be 10 millimeters. If you really want to prove that they're 10 millimeters, you could get a divider or a compass, get that distance, and then check it. It's 10 millimeters. So if you actually divide your lines accurately, it is almost the same as using mathematics to divide a particular distance.